Hello, I'm Alan Benesi. I used to be the NMR facility director at Penn State University. I have a background in science. I got a PhD in biophysics at UC Berkeley, and you know, I love science. I've been interested in consciousness for many years. Uh, the initial impetus was that I had a revelation. And embarrassing as it might seem to some people and it might shock other people, uh, my revelation was really due to taking a small dose of LSD. I grew up in the Bay Area when uh, it was, the hippie revolution, and I had my revelation one day in the redwoods, and I realized, without even really thinking logically about it, that everything is conscious. It was more of a sensual realization. It wasn't a result of intellectual thought. But anyway, ever since then, I always was good at math and science because I was raised that way. My dad was a scientist. Um, but I knew that if I was going to convince skeptical people that I should prove myself in science. So that's why I got really good at science, and I became an expert in chemistry and physics and biochemistry and biophysics. So that's kind of the background for the book I wrote. And the book I wrote is a scientific book. Here it is. It's a very short book, Theory of Consciousness. I wrote it last year. It hasn't been selling well. It's only about 50 pages long, but it's short and to the point, and it's scientific. And it's available. It's Theory of Consciousness. And it's available on Amazon and Barnes and Noble, Goodreads, all those types of places. You can buy it online, or you could order it at a bookstore. But really, this is just an introduction. I intend to give a series of lectures on consciousness based on my book. And I'd urge people who are interested in consciousness to buy my book. And then kind of follow along as I explain what's going on and go through the ideas that I present in my book, which are undoubtedly very controversial. One other thing I should also explain is that I fully realize that I'm not the first to have the revelation that everything is conscious. Religious people have had that well before Christ. And so I don't claim that I'm the first to have these ideas, but I do believe that I've found a scientifically rigorous way to look at consciousness, and that is what I talk about in the series of lectures I'm going to present. So please buy the book and then follow along with the lectures as I put them on my YouTube channel, and see how it goes.